Scorsese. Get you whacked, ain't nobody made me. I'm the godfather of this shit, godfather. And you ain't gon' sell me like a bitch. Godfather. Coleon. Shoot. Like Scorsese. Ain't nobody made me. I ain't no bitch.
Welcome back to Championship Rounds. It's the kid Marcel Pierre. As always, got a big fight tomorrow night. Yeah, coming from the Lone Star State. The stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas. That's what they say. And as always, my MMA guy, my go-to, Dr. Matt. Let's get Dr. Matt on screen right here. Matt, how you doing, bro?
What's up, guy?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. I know you are too. We got a sneaky good card tomorrow night. I mean, we're just covering the main event, or the main card rather, but there's some good fights on that undercard too. What's your excitement level from 1 to 10?
Man, I'm excited about the whole card. I give it a 9.
So you give it a 9 on paper. That's quite the grade. That's quite the grade, and they still got to get in the cage and fight. But at this point, I concur. This is pretty stacked down the board here. Not a lot of commercially big names, but names that hardcore MMA fans know. You know what I mean? Noteworthy names. With that being said, guys, as always, like, share, comment, subscribe. Yeah, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a show. And if you're a real G, hit that like, you know what I mean, to help me with the algorithm, get this video out there. With that being said, Matt, we're just going to go ahead and jump into this. Because that's what we do. Bada bing, bada bam, bada bong. Or what? I don't even know if I did that right. You know what? Doesn't matter. We're going to get in here and get this shit taken care of. If I can get the right things on the screen. Doing the production as usual.
Take your time, sir.
All good. All right, so the first fight we're going to be doing is Julian, the Cuban Missile Crisis, Marquez, is getting in there with Gregory Rodriguez. Matt, what's your read on this opening fight on the main card?
Man, this one right here is like feeding the lamb to a lion. I think Marquez wipes the floor with his cat, gets him out of there.
Interesting. So you calling Marquez to get it done by stoppage?
Yes, sir.
And where do you see this stoppage coming? Early?
Probably early. I imagine early. Probably
so you
toward
think he makes
the end of the
quick work
first round. Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm not saying you're wrong, Matt, but I'm going with the favorite actually. I'm going with Gregory Rodriguez. Why? I had to look at the fucking odds again. I was gonna say dog, but he's not the dog. He's the slight favorite here. I'm going with him because his boxing is cleaner. And on the ground, he is worlds better than Julian Marquez. Yes, Marquez is called the Cuban Missile Crisis for a reason. The man can bomb on you at any point. Get your ass out of there. The Sam Alvey fight kind of got a little dicey for him, though. You know what I mean? And that's another reason why I'm going with Gregory Rodriguez. I feel like he's more competent on the feet. He's got power himself, but he's got that jiu-jitsu and grappling to fall back on if things don't go his way standing. With that being said, Julian Marquez ain't going to get any moment of fame at the end of the fight to challenge who was it to a badminton contest? Miley Cyrus? No, we're not doing that. Gregory Rodriguez is going to be on the mic, and he's kind of older along, and he fought on the Contender Series, so hopefully he asks for a top 15 opponent to start really building his name in this promotion after taking out a semi-name. Got anything else on this, Matt?
No, sir.
All right, so, and just so you guys know, starting this show, we're going to be keeping a live record. It's going to be posted right where you see our faces, you know what I mean? Well, right at the bottom, you know what I mean? And right now we just picked the first fight and we're on opposite sides, so we ain't going to be tied. You feel me? Anyways, let's moving on to the next one. Who do we got here? All right. Now, sorry if I mispronounced these names, but we got Damir Ismagulov versus Garam Kutatelidze. Matt, I give it to you. Who do you got in this one?
I'm gonna go with the Viking in this one. But I don't know. He's probably gonna end up getting a decision in this one.
Okay, so you're going with Damir, the favorite.
No, I'm going with Kutatelidze.
I didn't know his
I think he
his
calls himself the
moniker was the
Jordan.
Viking.
I
I can
think
see
it
it though.
was. He looks like
All
one,
right.
don't he?
Hey, well, kudos to you. That's something I didn't know. Like, let me ask you this though.
I might be wrong.
After informing you that he trained with one Hamzat Shemaev, did that sway your opinion at all?
No, but I still gonna stand with. I don't think he's gonna go very far in the UFC. I think when he
Well, I
gets to
mean,
stiffer
he's on a little
competition,
roll
he's
right
done.
now.
Yeah, 9 fights.
I'm also going with the dog. That was my pick. Garam Kutatelidze. Yes, he's on a hot streak, and I will admit that knowing that he is one of Hamzat's training partners made me want to pick him even more. So yes, Hamzat's training partner, Hamzat Jr., Garam Kutatelidze gets it done. I mean, he's not some big dog anyways, plus 140, you know what I mean? I'd say he cashes that underdog status. Matt, you got anything else on this one?
That's it.
Not a lot to say about Damir, huh? The favorite. He's the favorite for a reason, but he's not going to win the fight.
Yep.
The money is with Garam. All right, so we're moving on. Fuck, that didn't work. Moving on to the next cracker, as they say, across the pond. Who we got? A fight that you're excited about. I'll let you go ahead and name this one off.
Oof, this is gonna be a tough fight. But Joaquin Buckley is one of those guys that I just feel like ever since he hit the UFC, he's going far. So I'm gonna have to go with my man Joaquin.
All right, so just so anybody that for the reading impaired, we got Joaquin Buckley versus Albert Duraev. Joaquin is plus 180 while Duraev is minus 220. Matt's rolling with Joaquin. I got lucky and got semi-viral kick Buckley. New Mansa. I am actually going with the favorite here. I'm going with Albert Machete Duraev, and it's because he's got a more rounded game. He's got a way better gas tank, and I think it'll show. I think after a round and a half, Joaquin Buckley fades. I think his last fight was really, really close and could have went either way, and he got the nod. He brought the self-defense guy in there with him. You know, the guy that claims that the moves that he teaches you won't get your ass killed. I don't know if they will or if they won't, but he says you're safe. Moving on, we're talking about Joaquin Buckley. I'm not going with Joaquin Buckley. I think he's a good fighter. Do I think he's a top fighter? No, I do not. No disrespect to him, but I think Albert Machete Duraev gets it done. And after the fight, if you're wanting to get at him and congratulate him for the win, you better call because Machete don't text. You got anything else on this?
Yeah, I'm still saying Machete has a weakness in the left hook, and Buckley's left-handed with power. I got a feeling that's gonna be what puts Machete out.
Yeah, well, Machete is going to be well rested before the fight, and he ain't taking no naps during.
New Mansa.
Mark it down. Anyways, let's move on. Yeah, New Mansa. Next fight. You got Kevin, the Trailblazer Holland, and Tim, the Dirty Bird Means. Who you got, Matt?
Holland, man. I believe in Holland. He tripped on shrooms, said he sees himself being the welterweight champion. And I believe what he said. He's a superhero. I do like Dirty Bird, though, but Holland's going to get him.
Dirty Bird's a good fighter. He's got good leg kicks, good striking, but I think the favor is in Holland. He's got the youth. He's got his own striking. He's got more power than the Dirty Bird Tim Means. And Tim Means is okay on the ground, but he doesn't have some overwhelming or great wrestling or grappling. So I don't think Kevin Holland, who is a liability against wrestlers, gets taken down all the time and held down there for enormous moments in the fight. I don't think that'll be a problem here. I think Kevin Holland can control the terms of where this fight's going to take place, and I think he picks him apart while chirping at the Dirty Bird. You know what I mean? They say Kevin Holland's never been seen in the same room as Batman, but that's all they say. But yeah, I think Holland gets it done. I think he's the favorite here for a reason, and Tim the Dirty Bird is a good fighter, but he's been doing this for a while. You know what I mean? And he doesn't have the wrestling and grappling to fall back on when shit gets dicey. Anything else on this one?
Not nailed it, dude.
All right. Remember Mike Quicksand Pyle? That's a guy. He was in Demolition Man? It was one of those Dolph Lundgren fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. Anyways, who was it? Andrei Arlovsky was in the movie too. But anyways, I'm trailing off.
Cyborg?
Yeah. What was it?
Cyborg, maybe?
No, it wasn't that. It was Universal Soldier, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But anyways, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, Mike Quicksand Pyle. He was a really good striker, and he was able to extend his career with his slick ass fucking grappling. That's a guy that could. I just don't think Tim Means has that prowess. But that's all I wanted to add to that. Did you have anything else, or did you say we were moving?
That's it, sir.
All right, cool. We're getting through these pretty quick. I like that. We're already to the damn co-main event. You got Donald Cowboy Cerrone versus Joe Lozon. And what I'm about to say does not bear any factor in how I'm picking this fight before I throw it to you. But Donald Cowboy Cerrone, I'm just going to say it. He's a closet racist. He's not racist when he knows he's on camera, but he's racist in the closet. And you can Google it. He was in the locker room speaking with a well-respected fighter in Jake Shields. And Jake Shields asked Cowboy what he was going to do if Melvin Gillard took him down. And Cowboy said, and I can say this because I'm black, that fucking nigger is not going to take me down. Not just a nigger, a fucking nigger. So he was in a closet and got caught being racist. Only difference is this closet had a camera in it. But that's not going to bear any type of power on how I'm picking in this fight. I'm picking strictly on who I believe gets it done physically and technically. But Matt, after that wide opening, I throw it to you.
Man, I thought, I didn't know that till you told me a while back. I always thought him and Melvin Gillard were like real good friends or whatever and had to fight at the time. But I always
maybe Melvin thought that. You know what I mean? Melvin wasn't present during when this was being said. This was in the locker room. This was that Donald Trump locker room talk. Go ahead though.
Yeah, that's true. But I have to say, but based off of his last few fights, he just don't seem to take a punch no more. But I don't think Joe's got enough to put him away early. And I think as the fight goes, Cowboy gets him, especially if Joe tries to take him to the ground. Now, both of them got some sick jiu-jitsu. Both of them has won many Fight of the Night awards. But they both on their way out the door. Cowboy wants 2 more fights to get 50. I think if Joe loses, he's probably going to retire. I think the only reason why he's still even fighting is because of his little boy and he's fighting for cancer. But I just don't believe he's going to win this fight.
That's definitely a noble reason to still be fighting.
Yes, sir.
So who's your pick? You say you're going to pick Cowboy?
Cowboy, yep.
Well, this is my read on this. Like I said, what I said earlier has no bearing on this. This is why I'm picking J-Lo. What a horrible nickname. I'm picking Joe Lozon, and I picked him because this fight was moved from UFC 275 to tomorrow night. I'm picking Joe Lozon because, yes, both of these guys are done with their career, and they're on the way out. who is closest to the door? I believe Cowboy is closest to the door by virtue of getting knocked out so consecutively. I mean, at the end of the day, Joe Lauzon's been pieced up too by some guys, but he's coming off of a knockout win. You know what I mean? Cowboy got in there against who was the guy he got in there against the last time? Not even a big name. I can't remember his name. Here, I'm looking at it right here. He's
And
not
he
a
got put
noteworthy
out with a
name.
damn
Alex
shoulder.
Morano. This is Cowboy's last fights. He got TKO'd by Ferguson. We see how he's fighting now. That aged well. He got TKO'd by Justin Gaethje, whom has been finished in his last couple of fights, granted by championship caliber competition. He got TKO'd with shoulder strikes and a head kick that came before or after, rather, by Conor McGregor. So that's 3 stoppages in a row. Lost a unanimous decision to Anthony Pettis, who's fighting in PFL now. And he's not winning every fight in PFL, but he's won some. That aged well. Nico Price, no contest, but Nico won the fight and tested positive for the wacky tobacco. So that was another loss. And then he just got TKO'd by Alex Morano. Who the fuck is Alex Morano? Anyways. Yeah, I'm going with Joe Lauzon. I think he gets it done by submission. I think they're both good, and Cowboy's really been slick off of his back, but I think Cowboy takes too much damage on his back because he definitely is going to wind up there, I feel like.
I can see that. But that's how I want to see him fight, though, on the ground.
But now I'm thinking, can Lauzon get Cowboy to the ground? This ain't the same Cowboy. This is a close fight, but I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to stick to my gut. I'm going Joe Lauzon. And I'm going undefeated, man. When this is done, the next show, I'm going to have you beat by a landslide. You're going to have some catching up to do. You got anything else on this one?
That's it.
All right. So then we move on to the main damn event. I can get my shit together. But we already know what the main event is. This is Calvin Kattar versus Josh Emmett. Matt, I don't have a long intro for you on this one. I'm just going to let you go. What's your read?
I have been struggling with this since this fight got announced, going back and forth. This was going to win, that was going to win. Mm-hmm. I based my decision off of Emmett's last performance. I believe Emmett's going to catch Kattar and win.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Kattar's got more crisp boxing, but I think Emmett catches him. I didn't realize he was underdog.
Yeah. When I made this, he was the plus 190 underdog. Do you give? What was I gonna say? So you got what? Do you got an early? You say he's gonna catch him? Like, when do you think it's gonna happen in the fight? 5-round fight, main event here.
Yeah.
Featherweight, 145.
Well, we know Emmett can keep the same power pretty much whole fight, so it could be any time, really. It's just going to take one mistake. Emmett's a dog. I ain't trying to take nothing away from Kattar. I'm a fan of Kattar, too, but I just think Emmett's been in there and proved himself more than Kattar.
I really thought... Go ahead, I'm not going to cut you off.
I said except for against Jeremy Stevens.
You know, what I don't get is... everybody is, they have high praises to Kattar's boxing. They were like, oh, he's got some of the best boxing in MMA. They were even saying he was the best boxer in MMA before he fought Max, and he got boxed up so viciously, Max broke records on Kattar's face. So how can somebody that's been punished in that such cold demonstration, and that was, where was that? That was UFC on ABC back in 2021, not that long ago, boxed his fucking brains in, and he comes back and beats Giga Hype Train Derailed Chikadze and wins. I give him that. But why do they praise so much a guy's boxing that gets hit so much? against a guy that has fight-altering power
Yeah.
in Josh Emmett. Yes, the team alpha male guy, the guy that trained with all the small guys. He's got that wrestling to put Kattar on his back as well if need be. I'm going with the underdog here, and I picked a lot of dogs, and I think they're all gonna cash. Josh Emmett, and I don't if he doesn't get it done by stoppage, I mean it's gonna be a fucking war, and I believe he will land the most significant strikes to sway the judges. How good is Kattar's boxing? Like he's a fucking minus 235. They're sucking him off here, bro, and I don't know if it's warranted. I mean, I'll put some respect on his name if he gets this done. I have a lot of respect for Josh Emmett. I really do.
See, that's what I'm talking about. He was working his way through there with his boxing, but then when he finally got tested, Max Holloway was whooping his ass and looking over there talking to Dana White and trying to tell him how to fight while he was whooping his ass.
Bro,
you can't say he's got the best boxing.
Yeah, he got boxed up by the now retired Zabit Magomed Sharipov. I mean, who had brilliant striking. And in the third round, it was a 3-round fight. They said, oh, if it was a 5-round, I don't know, Kattar, he was coming on in that third. Hello? Zabit knew he had the damn fight in the bag, and Kattar had to finish him to win. Come on, bro. Like, get out of here with that narrative. Also, a guy that defeated Kattar, Renato Moicano, and we see how he's been doing lately. He said, I want those big checks. I want the money. And getting the money. All right. Well, you got anything else on this one?
That's it, sir.
All right. So we're picking the same way here, but we picked on different sides on a lot of these, I feel like. So, like I said, you're going to have some catching up to do, sir. But, let's see here. That being said, Matt, do you have anything else before we hit the road, Jack?
No, sir.
All right, so I'll just put it up for everybody again. As always, guys, like, share, comment, subscribe. Use the picks, win some dough. Didn't do too well last time. Only picked 3 fights. Obviously, everybody knows Glover Teixeira got defeated. Hold on, let me get this over that. There we go. Everybody knows Glover Teixeira was defeated in a fight that he was winning. We know that Joanna got, face planted by Weili Zhang. What a hell of a spinning back fist. And then the only fight that we got right was Valentina Shevchenko, and that didn't come easy, Matt.
No.
But looking to do a lot better now that we're keeping track of these things. She said she was in there for survival.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, she was, I think she just didn't take her opponent like seriously. She's saying something about she had hurt her foot or whatever, but I still just think she wasn't looking at her like, oh, I gotta fight a beast.
Well, I mean, she definitely surprised the world. I mean, I've been on record many times saying Valentina is 10 miles ahead of this division, and she very well could be, but because I think if they rematch, like, Valentina's going to have a better game plan, but maybe Santos can make those adjustments too. She definitely showed she was dangerous.
There's
more dangerous than anybody's Valentina's been in there with at 125 pounds.
Yep. So, there's always a man around the corner or a woman ready to beat that ass.
Right. I mean, that sounded slightly sexual. I'll allow it. But Matt, good to have you as always. We're going to say goodbye to Matt. And we're going to say goodbye to you guys, too. Keep on the lookout. Going to have an NBA Finals show coming up next. So be on the lookout for that. And until next time, as always, stay frosty.
I did a lot of things in the past for you, and right now I'm not so sure why it got me doing things that I normally don't do. And right now it's crystal clear. I got all my bags packed. I ain't coming back. You can keep them heels in that little Prada bag. You thought you can play me? Oh, you think I'm crazy? Here's a middle finger, girl. You can